Hi everybody, so here I am in my second video, and in my last video I asked what you might want to see, and quite a few of you asked to see my little Tom Ford shopping spree. So here I am with a little Tom Ford haul for you. I'm going to go through the products that I bought, and then afterwards I'm going to show you how I used some of them, so stay tuned for later on. Actually, in the second half you might see me wearing some of these incredibly attractive bright pink things. If you haven't seen them before, these are called the sleep-in rollers, and I've worn them in my hair all night. They're kind of soft and spongy, so they're kind of more comfortable to sleep in than a normal set of rollers. And you get up in the morning and you take them out and you get all this beautiful kind of curly, slightly more body in your hair. Actually, I'm quite pleased with the body it's given me up here. Bit of volume and body. So all I've done is just put those in last night, take them out this morning. I haven't put any hairspray in or anything like that at all because I like to move my hair around. But anyway, so that's what those are if you see them later and you wonder what's going on. When I did my little Tom Ford haul, I was going away, so I was only taking cabin luggage, and I didn't really want to kind of fill up that little plastic bag with bits and pieces that I wouldn't use too much. So I decided to buy myself a solid foundation so it wasn't going to take up too much space in my little plastic bag. And I bought this, which is the Traceless foundation stick in the shade Toffee, which is the absolute perfect match for my skin. I don't know if you can see that. You can make this really sheer by just buffing it in. And actually, I didn't take a concealer with me on holiday. I just used this with a little pointed brush, which was absolutely brilliant. I also bought a couple of the cream colour eyeshadows. I bought both of the limited edition ones for the summer. Escapade, which I was wearing in the last video, which is a beigey golden kind of colour, and Pink Haze, which is the one I'm wearing today and you'll see me later on putting on, which is a beautiful seashell pink. It's really lovely. It glistens, but it's not glittery. It's got a beautiful sheen to it. Both of these can be used to be really just a sheer wash of colour over the lids, or you can build them up for something a little bit more dramatic. Then I had to go and get the classic Black Orchid. It's the one that everybody talks about. It's that dark, dark colour that can be built up if you want it to be. It can be a sheer wash. It looks really, really scary. It looks really scary in the bullet, but it's really not. It's very, very wearable. And then to contrast with Black Orchid, I got myself a really light, easy, wearable summer colour. This one is the Lip Colour Shine in Insidious. It leaves a really peachy kind of glistening shimmer to the lips. That's what I'm wearing right now. So we've all heard about Kim Kardashian and contouring, and we've seen her picture on Twitter with the dark stripes here and the light white stripes here and how she contours. And that's all a little bit too dramatic for me, especially for my everyday life. So I thought I would go and get something that's a little bit gentler but in the same vein, and it's this beauty, and it's called Shade and Illuminate. And this is Tom Ford's take on contouring. So if you can see, there's a dark, deep dark colour down here, and that is your contour shade, obviously, and that is your highlighter. This shade is not for everybody. It makes some people look a little bit dirty, but thankfully it really works on me. I'm wearing it today to contour here. I'm highlighting with it here, and if you stay tuned, I'll show you later on a little trick I learned from Francesco in Harvey Nichols at the Tom Ford counter to make your cheekbones really, really pop. When I bought this, it was so expensive that I decided not to buy the brush that went with it, and I thought I'd try and find one of the brushes in my huge stash at home. Big mistake. I went back and I bought the Tom Ford brush that is used specifically to apply this, and it looks like this. This has been designed just to pick up the right amount of contour and the right amount of highlighter and to place it just perfectly on the skin, and then it blends it beautifully as well. So this is what I use to apply this. It is really expensive. It's an investment brush, but I really think it was worth it. If you're going to spend on this too. There was one other lip gloss that I bought from the limited edition summer collection, which featured in my last video, but it's lost somewhere in the bottom of one of my handbags. I can't find it. So if you want to have a look at that one, take a peek at the video I made last week, and I'll link it down below. And finally, just as I was leaving the Tom Ford counter at Harvey Nicks, the gorgeous Francesco gave me a couple of little gifts to take away with me, and the first one is this gorgeous little mini lipstick. Look at it, it's so diddy. That's the main, that's Black Orchid in there, and that's the mini, and I love it. It is so beautiful and so cute, I almost don't want to use it. This is in Cherry Lush. I haven't actually used it yet because it's just so cute, I don't really want to use it. I'm sure I will, but right now it's just too cute to use. And a little bit of perfume, a little sample of perfume. So this one was in Plum Japonais, and it's a beautiful spicy floral, which I have been wearing. It reminds me of a couple of the perfumes my mum used to wear, so I love that it takes me back to my mum. So that was it, that's my little Tom Ford Escapade. I hope you enjoyed having a look at the products that I got. Stay tuned to see how I put on the face that I'm wearing right now, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try and add a video very regularly. And if you've got any suggestions for videos that you would like to see coming up in the future, then just put them in the comments down below. Thank you, see you soon, bye! So first I'm using Pink Haze. It's beautiful shimmery pink. I'm using it with my Hourglass brush, and that's a number 5 brush. So I just take a little bit on the brush, like that, and I'm just going to pat a little bit onto the eyelid, like this. And this is really buildable, so you can just do a really lightly sheer wash, or you can really build it up to something quite dramatic. And I'm just patting it through just to kind of just make sure that the edges are soft. I don't want a harsh look. Next, I'm going to take the same number 5 Hourglass brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the Pro Longwear Paint Pot by MAC, and this one is in Vintage Selection. I'll just take a little bit on the brush, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit in the corner of the eye, just to highlight in there. With the same brush, economizing on brushes, this is the same brush, I'm taking a little bit of the Pro Longwear Paint Pot by MAC, and this one is called Eclair, and that's going on the outer corner of the eye. Now with my Smashbox cream eyeliner brush, I'm going to take the same Eclair by MAC, take a tiny bit on the brush, and I'm just going to go underneath the eye. And smudge it up a bit. So now I've curled my eyelashes with my little Uemura eyelash curler, and I'm going to go in with this lovely mascara, and it's called d.j.v beautenizer. I think you can only buy this on cultbeauty.co.uk. Really worth checking this out, because it makes such a difference to the lashes in just one coat. I'm going to show you. So I've got nothing else on my eyelashes. I'm doing a bit of the old wiggle in at the roots and wiggle my way up, just to make sure that everything is curled. And as you can see, I haven't even gone over the top of my lashes, I'm only going underneath. So that's the lashes with just one coat, and I haven't gone from above, I've only gone from underneath, and I think that's really impressive for a mascara. Now to get on with the contouring with my shade in Illuminate. Go from the top of the ear and down, and that looks really scary, but actually, once it's blended in. And then a little trick that I learned from Francesco at the Harvey Nichols counter is to take a tiny bit on the brush. I mean, I've hardly added any more, and just take it in to the temples there, just a tiny, just touch it. And that already, without adding the highlighter, is making the cheekbones just pop, because I've gone darker there and darker under the cheekbones. Then I use the same brush, pick up some of the highlighter, and take that literally on the cheekbone there. Not too close to the eye, because you don't want a shimmery under eye. And just really blend. It's all about blending it in so it just looks really natural, like you've actually just got fabulous bone structure. This is the new Velvet Blusher by Illamasqua from their recently launched Sacred Hour collection. It's really beautiful cream but matte velvet finish to the blusher, which I just put on quickly with a little bit of fingertip and blending. The lip colour Shine in Insidious, it's the perfect colour to go for a very light summery face. It goes on really beautifully and gives the right kind of amount of shimmer and shine, but without looking heavily made up. Going in with my Real Techniques eyebrow brush. And I'm just going to brush my eyebrows into shape. I'm not actually adding any colour to them today. And just to finish off with a little bit of a translucent powder, just to keep any shininess at bay, I'm going in with my Jurlique Rose Silk Finishing Powder. It comes with a little powder puff, but I like to use my Real Techniques brush. I'm just going to take it over the forehead, down the nose, and around the chin. That's it. Thanks. See you soon. Bye.